Nobody talks about this, but ancient humans had no hospitals, no medicine, no doctors. And yet, they survived. For 300,000 years, our ancestors faced illness with nothing but their instincts and each other. So what exactly did they do? Because whatever it was, it worked. Imagine waking up one morning, maybe 50,000 years ago, somewhere in what is now Northern Europe. The ground is frozen. The air bites at your skin. And you feel it, that heavy, hollow feeling behind your eyes. The ache in your joints. The fever creeping up. You are sick. There is no shelter with a warm bed waiting. No one to hand you a cup of tea and say, "Take it easy today." Your group is moving. The season is turning. The food supply doesn't pause for illness. Archaeologists have spent decades trying to understand what happened in these moments. And what they found changed everything we assumed about prehistoric survival. Because we assumed ancient humans were too focused on basic survival to care for the sick. We assumed illness meant you were left behind. We were wrong. And then scientists found something nobody expected. In 2017, a team of researchers studying Neanderthal remains in northern Iraq made a discovery that rewrote the story. At a site called Shanidar cave, they found the skeleton of an elderly Neanderthal, a male, believed to be between 40 and 50 years old. His right arm had been partially missing since early in his life. One eye socket showed signs of severe damage. His spine was deteriorating. This individual could not hunt, could not gather, could not fully contribute to the group. And yet, he had survived for years, possibly decades, in that condition. Someone had been caring for him. That wasn't an accident. That was a choice. But the care didn't stop at helping injured individuals survive. Archaeologists found something even more specific: evidence of medicinal plant use. A study published in the Journal of Archaeological Science found pollen clusters inside Shanidar cave from plants including ephedra, groundsel, and yarrow. These aren't random plants. Ephedra is a natural decongestant. Groundsel has been used across cultures for thousands of years to ease inflammation. Yarrow, you may have seen it in your local park, has documented antimicrobial properties. Modern pharmacology didn't invent plant medicine. Ancient humans discovered it first. They were doing something that looks remarkably like what you do today, when you reach for ginger tea and honey, when your throat starts to ache. And it goes further. Research on the Hadza people of Tanzania, one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer communities, shows that when someone in the group falls ill, the group slows down. Not metaphorically. Literally. The entire band adjusts its movement pace to accommodate whoever needs to recover. A 2019 study published in Nature Human Behaviour found that within hunter-gatherer groups, social care networks actively reorganized around sick individuals. This wasn't weakness. This was strategy. A recovered hunter is more valuable than a replacement. Ancient humans had already figured out the economics of compassion. Here's what makes this genuinely remarkable. For a long time, we told ourselves a story about ancient humans. Ruthless, purely self-interested, survival of the fittest in the harshest sense. But the fossil record keeps contradicting that story. Every time we find evidence of a healed fracture, a broken bone that someone lived through, we're actually finding evidence of someone else's care. You cannot heal a broken femur in the wild alone. Not in 50,000 BCE. Not a chance. Every healed ancient bone is a record of a relationship. A moment where one human chose to slow down for another. So next time you feel the instinct to check on a friend who's been quiet, or bring soup to someone who's unwell, or simply sit with someone who's struggling, you're not being soft. You're running a survival program that's been installed in your species for over 300,000 years. How ancient is human kindness? Apparently, it predates language itself. Ancient humans weren't the cold, isolated creatures we were taught about. They were caregivers, healers, community builders. They looked at someone who couldn't hunt, couldn't gather, couldn't contribute, and they chose to stay anyway. And that choice echoes forward through every hospital, every pharmacy, every moment someone makes you a warm drink when you're not feeling well. You inherited that. So here's the question I want to leave you with. If compassion is ancient enough to be written into our bones, why do we still act like it's a modern invention? If this made you see yourself a little differently, Stick Sapiens has more of these waiting for you. Subscribe. Your ancient brain will thank you.